Why, hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Courtney, you can call me Courts, and it is February 1st. Happy February. Today we are talking about the Argylle movie, which comes out tomorrow, February 2nd, which means you are probably watching this on February 3rd, so wave hello to past me, hello future me. With that being said, this movie isn't out yet. I do plan to see it. The reason I plan to see it, yes, it indeed does have to do with Taylor Swift, and we are about to unpack it all. As a massive Swiftie, I had to talk about this movie. I had to talk about it. I had to talk about why so many people, clowns, think that this movie is attached to Taylor Swift somehow. She is not starring in this. She's not credited to be tied to this movie in any way. So why do people think that she has something to do with it? We are gonna get into all of the theories. But before we do, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm growing. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers and I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Liking this video, quick thumbs up, quick subscribe, watch the whole thing even if you want to walk away and take a dump. I don't care. It really helps me out. I'm trying to monetize my channel because I'm a female filmmaker and I would like to make my own movies without asking someone for permission. Welcome to 10 minutes of Clown Town. Let's get into it. Argylle. I would like to start by noting that the tagline for this movie is, "Once the secret's out, don't let the cat out of the bag." Now, with that lingering in the forefront of your mind, Argylle follows a reclusive author who writes espionage novels about a secret agent and a global spy when she realizes that the plot of her new book that she is writing begins to mirror real-life events in real time. Credited on IMDb as being directed by Matthew Vaughn, who you would know from other spy movies like The Kingsman, starring Taron Egerton. Written by Jason Fuchs. I'm not gonna say how I wanna say that name. Jason Fuchs, who is a writer of many hits. You would know him from maybe Wonder Woman, It Chapter 2, just to name a few. The film Argylle is based on a book. It is based on a book written by a supposedly real-life author named Elly Conway. The identity of Elly Conway in the real world is currently unknown. Director Matthew Vaughn has recently shut down many rumors that Elly Conway could possibly be Taylor Swift. So the theory being that Taylor Swift is the real-life author, Elly Conway, who wrote the Argylle book, okay? That this movie is based on. But here's the kicker, okay? We can't find anything about Elly Conway online at all. She is basically virtually non-existent on the internet, not even a LinkedIn, okay? Her book came out, Argylle, just came out, January 9th. 3 weeks ago, Argylle's book, pages, hardcover, shelves. 3 weeks ago. Okay? It's incredibly rare that a novelist would be immediately launched into the successes of a $200 million budget movie adaptation that is indeed about her debut novel, especially before the novel even comes out. That's right, the book was released January 9th. The book became a script. The book became a pre-production. The book went to picture. The book went to post-production. The book movie adaptation premiered before the book even hit shelves. Suspicious? Unheard of. Definitely unheard of. So rare that you would have a movie be made about your book before your book is even out. Okay, there is where suspicion number one lies. Okay, suspicion number one being that we can't find anything about Elly Conway in real life online. Second being that her book was made into a movie before it even came out. Okay, you've gathered that. People speculate online that this book is the first to be fed into an AI generator to pump out a script really fast, book to movie adaptation by AI, basically. It was a test from the industry before the WGA strikes happened last year in 2023. I haven't found any physical evidence of this. I just noted that a lot of comments online had brought this up, so we're just gonna note that as a possibility. We're keeping our minds open here. We're trying to be reasonable and rational, but this is Clown Town. If Elly Conway is not Taylor Swift, I can see how an author would be easily swayed into selling their first manuscript to Hollywood to run their little test, to run their little AI test on. So, you know, get your bag. Get your bag, Ellie. Ellie. Also, people were sort of speculating that if this isn't Taylor Swift, it could be her brother. That feels like even more of a stretch, but like, oh, Taylor Swift didn't write this, but her brother, he took inspiration from his sister and he wrote this thing and then he sold it to Hollywood. He is an actor. He is a credited producer. Possible. Likely? I'm not sold on that one, okay? Let me know what you think. However, some Swifties who aren't as into clowning as me have noted that this could be a very clever ruse by the production in order to create marketing chatter and basically get Swifties into the seats at the cinema. So basically it's just a marketing ploy where Taylor Swift fans do all the marketing, do all the work, and then go see the movie. Where's my cut? Where is my cut, Apple Studios? I'm waiting for my bag. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, so according to this Vox article, when reporters tried to track down Elly Conway, she proved elusive. She had almost no internet presence, and all that was connected to her was an empty Instagram account with 9 followers, one of them being a Bryce Dallas Howard fan account. So that brings me to Bryce Dallas Howard. Bryce Dallas Howard is the actress, the lead actress in Argylle. You would know her as daughter of famed director Ron Howard, and you would probably recognize her from the Jurassic Park movies that she did with Chris Pratt, that one episode of Black Mirror. This movie is also starring Dua Lipa post Barbie, which is interesting. Is Dua Peep trying to act? Like, what is she doing? I don't know, but I'm here for it. We also have John Cena, Henry Cavill as the title character Argylle, as well as the ever so lovely Catherine O'Hara from Schitt's Creek, as well as Bryan Cranston and Samuel L. Jackson. So this is a star-studded cast. This is a star-studded cast with major names being made about a novel that hadn't come out yet, written by a person who may or may not exist. The most ambiguous thing that I found about Elly Conway online was her author bio on Amazon. It literally just said, Elly Conway, blah, 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 she lives somewhere in the United States. She lives somewhere in the United States. That's how I read it. Even Amazon has no idea where this bitch is at. They have no idea. We can assume that Elly Conway lives in New York City because the majority of her Instagram posts appear to be captured with New York essence, New York captions, New York minutes, New York moments, if you will. Who has a whole song album era dedicated to New York.
Taylor Allison Swift. Taylor Allison Swift. Okay.
Where are my 1989 girlies? Where are you? Where are you? Drop me a comment. Okay. Even Bryce Dallas Howard, who plays Elly Conway in the movie, has said she's seen similarities between her character and Taylor Swift, saying that she is a cat lady, she's got this awesome backpack with a cat in it, and that she walks around with. She loves a good Argylle sweater, and there's a lot of unapologetic dorkiness about her, which is true. Any good Swiftie knows that Taylor Swift is unapologetically herself, and that is a bit of a dork. So the first thing that fans picked up on was the parallel between Taylor Swift's red hair in the All Too Well 10-minute short film and Bryce Dallas Howard having red hair. Whoa, that was my first reaction. In the All Too Well short film, Taylor Swift plays a writer, so that's why people really got hung up on it. Now let's get to the cats and said bag, because that is another major thing that people noticed, which was the cats in this movie are the exact same breed of Taylor Swift's cats, and there is a moment in Taylor Swift's documentary, Miss Americana, where she puts her cat in a backpack. And the cat in this movie is often featured in a backpack, happening to be the same breed, a Scottish fold. I noticed a lot of people also bringing up Taylor Swift's Midnight's Mayhem series and how there's a lot of Argylle texture in that design. I'm not gonna dismiss it, I'm just gonna note it. I'm just gonna say, if you've seen the Midnight's Mayhem, it was Taylor Swift announcing every track on her album Midnights on socials with this fun 70s style video. There's a lot of Easter eggs in there. I know there is. If you guys think it's an Argylle Easter egg, please let me know, because I'm just noting it as a possibility. I know you have questions. I know you have questions. Here are my supporting arguments, okay? Your first question probably being, how could she have time to write this movie? She's on the biggest world tour of her life, re-recording all 10 of her studio albums. Well, most of them. When would she possibly have time to sit down, write a novel, pitch it to a production company, make a movie, sell her manuscript? When would she possibly? I think if she was to have written this novel and sold it to have her own movie made, I think she would have done it during the pandemic or anytime from 2018 to now, because the book did just come out. So that's 6 years of time to write things other than smash hits. This movie was made definitely before the book was finished, or the book had been finished, because how else would they have anything to go off of? But it makes me think that the book was finished long before we can assume so. Really, Taylor Swift could have sat down and written this at any point in time, especially within the last 6 years. So why keep her identity secret as pen name Elly Conway? Knowing Taylor, I feel like she would honestly anticipate the media scrutiny in coming with her trying to produce or make her own film. She would probably have to find a way around being credited in the movie if she was attached to it. Having anticipated that and the scrutiny about being the most successful musician on the planet, people are going to be extra harsh to judge her on whether or not she could be a successful filmmaker or author, whichever avenue. And people are pretty much sick of hearing about her as it is. So I feel like she would definitely do this to protect herself. Another supporting theory as to why I think she could be a part of this film in writing the novel is that she put out a short film. And what does any new filmmaker do before they want to be taken seriously as a filmmaker? They make a bunch of short films. So I know for a fact that Taylor Swift is trying to integrate herself into the film industry because she has expressed that creatively. And she's been celebrated for it. Also been known to create pseudonyms before, creating a fake band with a fake name to cover one of her own songs for specific reasons. For the TV show Killing Eve, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in, oh God, I don't know what year it was. Okay, so it was May 2020 that Taylor Swift tweeted, very stoked about this cover of Look What You Made Me Do on Killing Eve by Jack Leopards and the Dolphin Club. It didn't take fans long to figure out that she had re-recorded her own song with her brother and her producer Jack Antonoff and released the cover under the pseudonym of Jack Leopards and the Dolphin Club. And I know that fans have theorized this before with other music. Bands would pop up on the internet seemingly out of nowhere, and something about it was Taylor Swift coded, and fans have assumed that she releases music under secret pseudonyms as a way to just express her creativity without really gaining anything from it as Taylor Swift.
She confirmed this in a 2020 interview with Paul McCartney for the Rolling Stones, saying that pseudonyms come into play when you have a love for making the work and you don't want the work to become overshadowed by this thing that's been built around you or based on what people already know about you.
One legitimate connection to Matthew Vaughn, the director of Argylle, could possibly tie this mystery together is British author Tammy Cohen, who also happens to write spy novels. And she is represented by literary agent Felicity Blunt, who is married to Stanley Tucci, who happened to star in one of Matthew Vaughn's previous films, The King's Man. There's no explanation why Tammy Cohen would go under a pseudonym unless she was paid to write something that could be fed into AI and possibly be made into a script before the strikes. Before the strikes were like, no, that's not a thing. If it is Taylor Swift who wrote Argylle, the novel, as Elly Conway, she would have a very busy week, okay? Argylle hit cinemas yesterday for you, tomorrow for me, February 2nd, and the Grammys are on February 4th, which she is confirmed to be attending and I think even performing at. The Eras Tour starts up again in Japan on February 7th, and then to end it off with the Super Bowl on February 11th, where she will most likely be in support of her man, Travis Kelce. The girlies have done the math, and yeah, it's possible. It's possible for her to go Grammys, Tokyo, Super Bowl, back to Asia with the luxury of her private jet. I had done so much digging, and there was more reasons as to why this would be a Taylor Swift thing than there were reasons for it to not be. And I can't understand why this author, Elly Conway, would be so hidden from the internet.
Internal monologue here, but I really can't understand or see Taylor Swift taking credit for another artist, and I don't understand why she hasn't said something sooner if she's not behind
Possibly, why, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, because clearly I have exhausted myself of thoughts.
And lastly, something that I oversaw on my initial research, but I'm so pleased to present to you now. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at the date in which Elly Conway posted on Instagram for the first time. I will leave you with that.
Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for coming to Clown Town with me. And if you have any more theories below, please let me know, because I feel like this whole video was that meme. Thank you for sitting through this with me. Appreciate you. Anyways, I'm gonna go see Argylle, and we will talk about that next week. And hopefully there's more news on this, because the lack of information really has me crisscrossed in the sauce up here. Now I need to know. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Bye!